in the early 1970s, with U.S. leadership viewing Israel as a bulwark against the spread of communism, military aid was dramatically increased again, more than doubling from the hundreds of millions to more than $1 billion. In 1973, in response to another Arab-Israeli conflict, Congress approved a further doubling to more than $2 billion. If you're doing the math, this is what you call an exponential increase. But then an interesting change in this pattern occurred in 1975 under Republican President Gerald Ford. Frustrated with what he perceived as Israeli inflexibility during peace negotiations with Egypt after the Yom Kippur War, his administration declared that the collapse of the talks meant, quote, an immediate reassessment of U.S. policy in the area, including our relations with Israel, end quote. Ford stated that the U.S. should not, quote, isolate itself from the rest of the world to stand behind Israeli intransigence, end quote. He immediately froze arms shipments to Israel and directed every department of his administration to deprioritize Israeli concerns. But this quote-unquote reassessment crisis passed when an anti-communist coalition of senators pressured him to reverse course, and since that time, the exponential growth of military aid to Israel has continued. Cumulatively, Israel has received more American aid than any other country in U.S. history, more than $300 billion worth, and 78% of their arms are provided by the U.S. Jimmy Carter quadrupled the aid, and Reagan emphasized our quote-unquote special relationship so much that he stopped considering our economic assistance loans and declared them to be grants, freely given.
The United States will soon be giving Israel military aid on a grant, not a loan basis. We have restructured our 1985 foreign aid package, and Israel will now receive economic aid totaling $850 million and a military grant of some $1.4 billion. All in all, the friendship between Israel and the United States is closer and stronger today than ever before, and I intend to keep it that way.
So special is this relationship that criticism of Israel, or the aid we provide them, came to be viewed by many as certain political suicide, which contributed to today's conflation of criticism of Israel with anti-Semitism.